Oh yeah, that Warren casebook is deeper than their desire to be together forever. I can't wait to see what they pull out for this one. Oh, a court movie.
Lorraine?
I know it must be tricky to choose which of their cases to make into a film when you've got this many and for some reason you haven't made 80 of these films yet, but just because this one was highly publicized doesn't mean it's a good idea or that it's particularly interesting, is all I'm saying. Yeah, just experiencing a case like after the fact and re-examining it, and it's not really quite as... It's not the same, is it? The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It is a mouthful. Could have just called it The Conjuring 3, guys. It stars Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson as Ed and Lorraine Warren, who are more committed to each other than God himself is to hitting gay people or whatever he does. Anyway, they take part in an exorcism that leads to just everybody being fucked up from it, and this young man gets the demon inside him, which then leads him to killing a guy and then getting put in court for it, etc. And they have to uncover the cult who set the curse upon him, which was what actually happened. It wasn't a possession, but it kind of is a possession, and stop him from getting sentenced to death. Unfortunately, what all of this boils down to is that you've got a story which just isn't that scary. When the old man the Warrens go to for help says reason, there is no reason behind what a Satanist does, I started to lose it a little bit. Like, there's just this random sicko out there doing this stuff, and they got away with it, got this guy to kill someone, like, so they have to, like, move the goalposts almost, and it's not even a film about them trying to keep this guy out of jail or anything, it's just a film about them trying to keep him alive before the Satanist chooses to kill him as well, while he's sitting in prison. Like, it's just a really bizarre film, okay? I mean, there is some stuff that I really enjoy about this. For instance, it's the funniest Conjuring film. That shouldn't be a major accolade, but like when the lawyer says, oh, I'll plead that he's been possessed by the devil if you can prove it to me, and then it cuts to her in court being like, it's really funny. It's got some great moments. It's just also the least scary, the worst plotted and scripted. It's got the weakest characters. Not really weak characters, but not strong. And it just, I don't know. It also features Lorraine just being like a full-on superhero, fighting like a full-on supervillain, which is a whole different vibe. You still have a fair few good moments. The waterbed scene is strong. I liked that. The scene in the morgue is pretty good, but it just... I like, in one way, the idea that they were trying to branch out and do something... I'm allergic to this crappy film. I mean, it's pretty good. They started to branch out, and I like the fact that they tried to do that. But the problem with that is, we're coming here for a Conjuring film. You know, we got 2 of them, and we were like, yes, this is exactly what we want. Meaning you don't necessarily actually have to branch out a lot. And it feels, just more than anything else, it feels so utterly ridiculous to have a Conjuring film where they're like, yep, this is still all based on a true story, where you've got a human villain. That, to me, mental, horrible idea, honestly. Also, the demons, okay? Take the second film, for example. What are the demons in the second Conjuring film? Oh, you go immediately. Well, it's the nun, and the old man, and the crooked man. Such distinctive, unique things, you don't know what's going to pop out next. This one is just like, oh, people with eyes, scary eyes. It's very annoying that it's just completely like bland on all of the creatures and things, and it's just a lot about it just makes me kind of go like, yeah, whatever. I've spent the last 4 years trying to pretend this one didn't really exist, and now I've rewatched it and gone, yeah, it's not better than I thought it was. So the finale is quite something. Yeah, very silly, very goofy. If you needed more proof that this is by far the weakest entry in the main Conjuring films, the scene where where Lorraine goes, Ed, she thinks our love is our weakness, but it's not. It's our greatest strength. Such anime or like Fast and Furious vibes that I just couldn't take it seriously. And I think that's a shame, because genuinely their relationship, their love is the best part of, I mean, all the films, arguably, but definitely this one. And their relationship is just great. When she takes the pill out at the end, I love that. But it is, let's face it, quite depressing. No matter what, you know, I know they're getting older as actual actors, and they're getting older in the story as Ed and Lorraine, but it's really depressing just watching Ed Warren like have to stop and take a pill every time something exciting happens, isn't it? It's just bleak. So I've really tried to look upon this one in a slightly more favorable light, I think, because it feels sad to say, actually, this is not even better than half the Annabelle films, which is... It's a little bit rough, I gotta say, but it's not bad. It's still got its moments. It just feels like they tried to branch out, and maybe they just shouldn't have, you know? Still, I'm giving Ed Warren is the female gaze 3 stars. And if you need even more proof that this is the weakest entry, they couldn't even generate enough hype out of this for a spin-off. Could barely generate enough hype for a 4th Conjuring film, like... Damn, son. And they love spin-offs. Oh, subscribe, or, yeah, like, comment, and survive.